Charlotte had always felt a special connection with animals. As a child, she spent hours in the meadow behind her house, watching rabbits peek out from their burrows and listening to birds sing melodies only her heart seemed to understand. Her parents used to call her their wildflower, blooming among creatures others barely noticed. While other kids dreamed of being superheroes or astronauts, Charlotte dreamed of a life surrounded by fur, feathers and paws. By the time she was 22, Charlotte had turned her small backyard into a haven for stray cats, injured birds, and an old dog named Rusty she found trembling by the road one winter. Her friends often told her she had a gift, an instinct for knowing just what each animal needed. It was as if she could see into their souls, understanding their stories without words. Despite her passion, finding work that let her fully dedicate herself to animals was hard. She took jobs at pet stores and volunteered at shelters, but she longed for more. A place where she could build her own sanctuary for creatures of all kinds. One afternoon, after a particularly long day, she walked home, her heart heavy with doubt. The path through the meadow seemed quieter than usual, and she felt a loneliness she couldn't quite shake. Just as she reached her garden, she heard a soft cry. Peeking through the bushes, she found a tiny, shivering fox cub with a hurt paw. Without hesitation, she scooped him up and brought him inside, tending to him with the gentle care she always had. Over the next few weeks, as she nursed the fox back to health, an idea began to bloom. Charlotte realized that maybe she didn't need a big sanctuary right away. Perhaps she could start small, like she always had, with her own garden, her own hands, and her own heart. She decided to create a space for animals that needed a second chance. It didn't matter if it was one bird or one fox. Every life mattered.
Slowly she put up signs in town, offering help for injured animals to bring her creatures care.
The little sanctuary grew, and so did Charlotte's joy. She knew deep in her soul that this was her purpose, making a difference, one animal at a time. The garden was no longer just a place for flowers. It was a refuge, a place of healing, and most importantly, a home built on love.